Hey guys, welcome back to Rustaholic. I'm Patrick, and we are still working on my 1969 Plymouth Fury. Now, in the last couple episodes, we replaced the entire brake system, booster, master cylinder, proportioning valve. Got the proportioning valve and a couple lines replaced as well. So the brakes are working, but it had a really low pedal at the end of the last episode. I'm hoping this will be a short episode, but I thought it was really important to be able to share with you the fine tuning I did to really complete this, or at least I'm going to try to complete this. And basically what's happening is the new booster, the rod that comes out doesn't actually push the pedal far enough, right? It wasn't in the right spot to connect with the pedal. So we did an extension on that, but I only had the head of a bolt to work with, so it was only like an inch and a quarter long, and we put it in there actually. But after making all the adjustments and moving that pedal and expanding that, I got the pedal where I want. At this point it's very high, but the problem is that the booster itself doesn't have enough energy to pull it all the way back and turn the light off. So I came back from a test drive and realized that my lights were still on, and that's because the booster wasn't actually engaging in the brake light switch to disconnect that circuit and turn it off. So I need a return spring, and it actually had a return spring previously. So I'm going to try to put that back, but I honestly don't remember where that return spring was even attached. It doesn't make any sense. I've looked up in there and I can't see anywhere obvious. So what I need to do is be able to keep the pedal where it is, because what's happening here, the booster takes it all the way up, it barely touches the brake light switch itself, but that's it, and it's still engaging the brake. So the car, you can feel like drag. I have to actually take my foot and pull the brake up that last quarter of an inch, which is basically just engaging that light, and then it will disconnect. So I can't have the booster fully released and my brake light connected or disconnected at the same time. So that's the battle we're going to do here. But I think really all it is the return spring will get it to its full upright position, and it'll just have that little quarter of an inch where it disconnects the brake light, and then I have my full pedal. Anyway, that's the plan, and we're going to try to do it. So let me jump in there and I'll show you where we're at. All right, it's a little tricky to see what's going on here, but this is my current situation. And you can see I got a nice hard pedal here, but when I let go, it touches the light, but it still doesn't turn it off until you do that last little bit. And this is with the return spring. It still doesn't do it, but the return spring is in a wonky area. It's not giving it its best leverage. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to drill a hole lower in the pedal and give the spring a better, more lateral pulling without being bent or weird in any kind of situation. And that way it'll have all the leverage it needs to go ahead and pull this all the way back. The other thing I'm going to try and do is the rod in there. I'm not sure exactly how far I have that screwed out. It may only have a few threads left that's actually attached to the booster now that I've worked it out a little bit. So I am going to pull this off one more time and try to check it, and if needed I'll extend the rod, because I want as many threads as I can. I'd like to have a complete rod from the pedal all the way to the booster. So that's the plan. Let's see what we can do. Wait a minute. What are we doing again? I thought we were just fine-tuning some brake stuff. This seems like overkill. But honestly, I couldn't get to this brake pedal where I want to drill the hole. I couldn't get a drill in here. And then where I want to put this spring is I want to get it back up in here, because this will be in alignment. It'll still be above my foot zone, right? But I can get a nice little hole here as well. So that's the reason for all this destruction. Basically complete redo down here and then some. But at the end of the day, I want it to be right. I want to get the highest pedal I can, and I want the brake light to turn off. I want that thing to come up all by itself. So I think this is the right move. All right, let's get the holes drilled in this. We'll drill a hole in this somewhere, and then I think we'll be ready to move forward. So I have it back on the bench, and I can't help but take a look at this hole, right? So that was the original hole here. And when we just set the booster in there and put the pedal there, it seemed like it wanted to go there. But then after starting the car and using the pedal a bunch of times, obviously, at least to me at this point, the adjustments that I needed to make are like 1/4 of an inch, you know? And maybe this is 1/4 of an inch, half inch out. But if I would have just put the circle above the exact same spot, that would have accounted for all the adjustments that I've been making so far. At least quite a bit of them anyway. So if I was to do this again, I would probably just put the hole right above wherever the old one was. I'm just saying. I may have to do that. And I might drill another one here. I think this piece of steel here could handle it. I'm not worried about that. But I don't know. I'm considering drilling another hole because it's already out, and why not? Then I don't have to pull it out again. Probably won't anyway. I think this will work just fine. I don't know about this one. But that's where I'm going to put my spring. So it'll bring it way down. It'll still be above my foot. And we'll be able to get better action on the pedal. So anyway, just some thoughts. So here's my new one. In the end, I probably have to admit this probably isn't going to make that much difference at all. But I will feel better because I'll have a more solid line between the rod going into here, this guy, and this will all be full of rod instead of not knowing where these threads ended up. So it's just a little bit of adjustment, but it's going to make me feel better. So, all right, let's get this stuff back in the car. All right, I've got the pedal back in. Had to take the vent cable out to drill this hole right here. But this is in direct alignment with the pedal. Now, this spring isn't gonna be enough at this location. And you might say, Patrick, why not just hook it onto the gate here? Well, I could, but I really wanted it to be indirectly in alignment with the pedal as I could. And this was available, so I went here. But if needed, I will go here, no doubt. But it's in, but now I have provisions, so I can mess with springs and things of that nature. Now I just need to get the rod back in and make our final adjustments. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then maybe we can test some different springs and see what we can do. It's back together, and I feel like we didn't really make that much difference, but we do have some new spots for the spring. So the spring is in place. Again, I don't think this is going to be the right spring, but we'll see. But now it's back together. I'm going to put this plate back on here, and then we can start the car up, and let's do a little bit more final adjustments. Get it where we want it, and then I think it's just going to be all about getting the right spring after that. So we're close. All right, guys, Here's the springs that I got. This is actually the original one, and this is the new one. It's a little more taut, so let's see what happens. Right now I have it all the way pulled back, but right. Oh, taillights aren't on. All right, no taillights. So, or taillights. Has taillights. We'll just pull it back enough. Are they off? They are off. On, off. All right, next step, I guess. Let's get this started. I want to get it up on the flat road and then make those adjustments because I want to be able to get as much pedal as I can without engaging the master cylinder. Come on. All right, this is coming back better, but I can already tell I can push it pretty far before it starts to engage, so I'm gonna give it a couple more tweaks here. That's stopping a lot better. No lag on the brake. Pretty good. I mean, it's stopping good now. And the brake lights are off. This is good. I do have an issue with my ignition though. It's like, there we go. It doesn't always have the power. I might have to fix that. Where are we at? I think we're good. Finally. Maybe it's a nice day. Maybe we finally do drop the top. No! Oh no! Oh, I'm getting no action from the back. It's not even making a sound. Oh, that's horrible. What's the use of having a drop top if the top won't drop? Dang it. Alright, well, hey. At least we got more to work on the Fury, because I'm not going through the good months without a drop top, so I guess this will be the end of this episode, but there's going to be another one coming up, and I swear we're going to get back to the Corvair real soon. But thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, and even subscribe if you like, and we'll catch you next time.